Well, good evening everybody, and Chris here again, and this will be probably our last episode before we get our dog. Today's Wednesday, and so we've got 2 more days to go, and then Oz will be coming home Friday afternoon. So again, this will be the last show on before you get a dog and what we do before we even have a puppy, and that's basically do your research. And so what I brought out, I have quite a few books, but the 3 books that I could recommend, and it might not be to your liking, but this one here is Before and After Getting Your Puppy. It's by Dunbar, and it has a PDF file, so if you don't want to spend the money and actually buy the book, you can get a PDF file for free, and you can download it off the computer. And this guy is the guy who invented the positive reinforcement. It's an excellent book. And the other book is Dog Training Revolution. This guy is by Zach George, and he's the most popular guy also on the internet for all the different types of dog tricks and dog commands. Excellent book for anybody who doesn't really know exactly what to do before you get a dog or why you have a dog. And the other one is Training the Best Dog Ever. This was another excellent book by Don Silva, and it's a 5-week program, but another excellent book. So there's lots of good books out there. It doesn't matter what type of book you really get, as long as it's a book on beginners and how to train your dog and what to do before you get a dog. So these are 3 books that I really like. Yeah, so we have the small cage set up, and we have a large cage around it. We have lots of different Kongs here. We've got a cow's hoof with the Kongs and all that, different size Kongs. What we do is we typically want to put kibble in there. And so we're going to feed our dogs for the first month. We're going to hand feed the dog, and we're going to put kibble in all these Kongs. And you don't want to give the dog too much, so if it's a cup and a half a day for the dog, for a puppy, then you would separate it for 3 portions, and you would put the Kongs in, you would put the food into the Kongs, and you would hand feed them. And then I've got deer antler, I put holes in it also. You can put a bit of peanut butter in that, or you can wet your kibble and stuff the wet kibble in these. And these are the type of things that will amuse the dog, keep them busy and stuff like that. So this is the setup for that. And then what else I built is, one is for inside the house in my basement, and that is the flirt pole. So the flirt pole looks like this. It's a small little handle. You can make it out of a PVC pipe or anything. It's hollow. You just run a rope through it, and when I get in the basement with that, and it kills energy, and it gets him to run around, and it's a great little toy. Dogs love it. And then when he gets good at it, you can start putting the commands with it. And when he's chasing it, you tell the dog to sit, and you start, and the reward would be to chase the rope again. So you don't always have to give food as a reward. You can give him what he really wants, and it's not just food, but it would be the game. And then I also have another flirt pole, which is obviously a longer one. And so, you know, you get home, you're tired from work or something. These are the type of little things that people use to kill energy and keep the dog active. And that's what the dog needs. He needs, you know, especially an Australian Shepherd, you're looking typically around 2-3 hours a day of exercise. And it doesn't have to be steady, but it needs to be sporadic off and on. And also, we also built this here, which I did on my last episode, which is a snuffle mat. So this is a snuffle mat here, and this is for putting kibble in it. This is another little toy that people can use. What else we got? Oh yeah, you can't have a dog without the wild duck. So this is another type of toy the dog will like. It's a tug toy, so you play with him, you get him to like it, then he'll play tug of war, and then when you're playing tug of war, you put your commands with it. You know, so when he's playing, you tell him drop, and he drops it, and then instead of giving him food, the reward would be give him back the toy, right? And so stuff like that. These are great toys to keep them busy, keep them active. They don't pick up bad habits, and you start the dog on a good note. And then here's some more stuff we got. These are great. These are hollow balls, and they're really soft in the dog's mouth. And you put kibble in there, and then the dog will move it around, and the kibble comes out. Another little toy for the dog, keeps him amused, kills time, lets him use his head, right? He's thinking. And then we're going to teach the dog how to play frisbee. So this is a little Kong frisbee. It's for puppies. The rubber's soft, it's not going to hurt his teeth, and it's great. So these are all things that we want to do before you get a dog, is do your research. Before you even get a dog, buy a couple books, read the books, read them twice. Get on the internet, go onto YouTube, look what's out there. There's tons of stuff that's out there. snuffle mat, the flirt poles, and make sure that you do this for sure is for at nighttime, and when you can't attend to your dog and he's not supervised, use the cage system, do your research. This book here, like I said, Before and After, Ian Dunbar. If you buy this book, honestly, this is probably one of the best books I've ever read. He's great. He's the guy who invented positive reinforcement, and all this stuff that I've been talking about, he really goes into detail. Okay, so what we got also here in the living room, so in the back of us we have the 2 cages, and then in the same room what I've done is I've bordered off with another type of fencing. It's a plastic fencing for dogs, and I've taken it and I've put it here. I've actually tied it down so the dog can't get there, and it's right over here. So this will be his room, and so when I'm watching TV, he doesn't have to stay in his cage. He can be out here. But I've taken out the coffee table. I've taken out most of the stuff that he could maybe possibly get into trouble with, but he won't be ever unattended. I will always be here, or my wife or the kids, to watch him. And if we are not here, then he goes back into his long-term confinement area, which is in back over here, which is the cage. And then when we're watching TV, he can have his time out on the floor here. And if by chance he wants to get out, he can't. He's confined to this room. And basically I would give him 1 month at least in this one room with us together as a family every night. He's not left alone. He's a social animal. He wants to be part of the family, and then we do too. That's why we're buying a dog, to spend lots of time with him. And then after 1 month, for the second month, I would move this gate and I would move it over to here, and then he would have the living room and the kitchen. And he would, for the next month, which would be for 2 full months, he would have this room and the kitchen, and he would graduate until eventually, we'll say up to 6 months, he would have the run of the house on a slow, gradual basis, and he would graduate, making sure that there's no potty errors, no peeing or pooing in the house, and he's not chewing on anything but what he's supposed to be chewing on, which is the Kongs and his toys, which he's got tons of, and these are great habits to start right at 8 weeks of age. So that's about it, guys. 2 more days and we get our Aussie, our Australian Shepherd. I'm really excited about it. And anyway, you take care and enjoy your dog. We got deer antler. I even put holes to the deer antler. You can put dirt into it. Not dirt, sorry.